Good evening. The judge and jury in the Mark Duggan inquest have visited the road in Tottenham where he was shot dead by police. The 29-year-old was surrounded by marksmen after the taxi he was travelling in was stopped by armed officers just over 2 years ago now. His death sparked the riots across London and across England. Our special correspondent, Kurt Barling, has spent the day in Tottenham and has sent this report.
Under the full glare of a small army of photographers, judge, jury and the family of Mark Duggan this afternoon made their way to the place where he died after being shot by police. It's not uncommon in such complex cases for the jury to visit the scene before they've heard all the evidence. Armed with their red evidence files, the judge led them through the location. The jury were brought here to Vicarage Road in Leighton at the junction with Birchill Road, where Mark Duggan picked up a weapon from Kevin Hutchinson Foster. The minicab he was in then left, and the jury retraced that 15-minute journey taken by the minicab. Using data from mobile phones and the GPS used by the taxi, police have been able to track that Mr. Duggan made a call to Mr. Hutchinson Foster just after 5:55. The car began to move up Vicarage Road around 5:59 and passed a local railway station en route at just after 6:05. They know that Mr. Duggan ended his final call just after 6:12, and 16 seconds later, the shots that killed Mr. Duggan were fired. One of the key issues the jury will have to deal with is whether Mark Duggan had a gun when he got out of the car and how that weapon landed 10 to 20 feet across this fence. They'll have to ask themselves the question, was it thrown there by Mark Duggan himself? Was it kicked there by a paramedic, or perhaps placed there by a police officer or someone acting on the police's behalf? For the next 2 months, the jury will hear a considerable amount of evidence about these fast-moving events that led up to the shooting. Police planning, surveillance and intervention, as well as Mr. Duggan's own movements. Today was a chance for the jury to familiarise themselves with the lie of the land. Now they'll have to consider if the evidence shows the use of lethal force was justified. The inquest continues tomorrow. Kurt Barling, BBC London News.
Well, stay with us.